The first tattoos I got is the snowflake and the smiley face. The smiley face represents the the overcoming of depression last last summer in June, and the snowflake represents the girl called Ines who helped me a lot through this process. The next tattoos I had is the triangle and the RF. RF is a group name of my friends, and triangle is one of my best friends called Alvaro, and I love him a lot, so I tattooed something that represents him. The next tattoo I had is this and the arrow. This means loyalty in Greek, and I tattooed that because I think loyalty is one of the most important things in life, and that's why I tattooed it. And the arrow means protection, and I put it here because this means that I want protection to all the people I tattooed in this arrow. I like tattoos a lot because it stays in your skin forever, and it's something that you don't want it to that you don't want to forget. For example, I tattooed the name of my group of friends because I don't want to forget never about them. For example, in 50 years I want to see my hand and think about them. These tattoos are really personal for me, but only my close friends and my big brother knows the real meaning. I don't want to everybody know the meaning because I know that someone will say some negative things about it, and I will feel like sad in the inside, and that's why I keep it personal with my close friends. A lot of people has tattoos that they don't want to say to anybody, so they just keep it inside of them. For example, the smiley face and the snowflake, they express like they express that I passed depression. Now I'm not depressed, and this expressed that I succeeded depression. My plans for future tattoos are tattooing my little brother's name, and I wanted to do a whole sleeve, but I don't know if my mom will let me, but I will still do it when I'm like 20, mid-20s. Having a sleeve full of tattoos will make me feel more confident about myself, and it will make me happier in my life. I'm not sad. I was born being deaf in 2002, and when after 16 months, I got a hearing aid and a cochlear implant, and I'm deaf because my mom, she's deaf, and my both parents are deaf, and I got it through them. Me and my mom, we are really close. Not now, because now I'm living in the UK and she lives in Spain, but we communicate each other every day through FaceTime, texts, and everything. But we are really close. My mom is in Spain and not here because, firstly, she can't afford to have a house here because she doesn't work. She lives from my grandparents because that's the only place she can live with my grandparents, because my grandparents have the money, have everything for her. And I prefer being on my own here. I like to be independent. My auntie wouldn't let me to do a tattoo now because she's my guardian, and she's scared to something bad will happen to me because she will be the responsible of it. So if I don't have a signature, I can't do any tattoos. So My auntie dislikes tattoo because she never had one show, so she doesn't know what it feels like having a tattoo, and because she doesn't know the real meaning from my tattoo, so she says she thinks it's a stupid thing to do. That's why she hates it.
Tatuaje mal, otra vez se ve mal, otra vez. ¿Te acuerdas? Casa Noelia. Pero bien, pero otra vez. Pomada olvidado. Pero when yo tatuaje no, ya lo hace mucho, le da igual. No, pero le he dicho, if yo gano otra vez nuevo, porque ve mejor, a lo mejor otro tatuaje, a lo mejor. A ver, ya te hago foto.
My mother, she has 3 tattoos. And she has a butterfly, a tattoo where she has 3 of her son's name, and another one which is covered by the butterfly was Billy. It was his ex-husband's name, my dad's name, because they are divorced. I was approximately 5 to 7 years old when they were divorced. 5 to 7 years old when I moved to Spain with my mom and my big brother, and they were divorced like 3 years ago, maybe when I was like 11 or 12 years old. Before we came to Spain, we were living in a poor area in Swansea, Wales. All the things we had were paid by the estates, and we went to a public school. Everything was enough for us. Honestly, it didn't affect me in any way, because my dad did something bad to my mom, and I was a little kid, so I can't have feelings when you're a little kid. You don't understand everything, so I couldn't understand what was happening in that time. Me and my dad, we don't have any relationship because my grandparents put a restraining order against. He put a restraining order so he couldn't come near me, my brothers, my mom, or my family, because once he came to Spain without us knowing, trying to communicate with me and my big brother, and that scared my grandparents, so they called the police and we filed a restraining order against him. My big brother, he feels scared of my dad. He would never wanted to see him again because he was older, so he could understand what my dad did to my mom, and that's why he doesn't want to see him again. We also don't want to see him because my mom doesn't want us to see my dad, so we don't do it for our mom.